Good morning and welcome to the Forex Market Wrap, brought to you by Pepperstone on Friday the 25th of August 2017. I'm Darren Sinden. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes, price moves to be aware of. Another relatively quiet day on the world's foreign exchanges yesterday. I just want to focus on one thing, and that was these perhaps rather surprising round number close for cable in New York, 128.00. We finished in the Big Apple. Be interesting to see how that plays out today. I still suspect that the risks are to the downside there. Of course, in terms of things that will move the market, all eyes will be focusing on Jackson Hole and the meeting of central bankers. And of course, the last time central bankers met was in Sintra in Portugal, and then dollar Canada was in focus. Canada led the way, of course, after Sintra in raising interest rates, and they may do so again. Bank of Canada, of course, to meet again in October. Here's the dollar CAD rate. I just highlighted here where we are at the moment. As you can see, we're just testing through a little area of support with perhaps scope to come back to this 124 area that we saw at the end of July and the beginning of August. Right, let's take a look now at what's on the calendar and events that may move the market today. Well, as we noted, Jackson Hole is front and centre, and the central bankers gathering will of course dominate the headlines, but there are other items of note today. For instance, we have at 6 o'clock GMT, 7 o'clock London time, we have gross domestic product out of Germany. We also have some consumer confidence data from France a little later at 6:45. And then moving on to 8 o'clock GMT, we will have the IFO survey data, expectations, current assessment and business climate, always closely watched. Spinning around to this afternoon, at 12:30 we'll have perhaps the most important economic number of the day as far as I'm concerned, and that is US durable goods orders for July. Let me just magnify the calendar here so you can see that a bit better. Yes, as I said, so durable goods orders for July. And then at 1400, the first speech of the day, Janet Yellen speaks at Jackson Hole. 1700 GMT, we have the all-important Baker Hughes US oil rig count. That data, of course, feeds directly into sentiment about US oil prices. That may take on extra significance today, as we'll see a bit later on. And then at 1900, Mario Draghi will speak at Jackson Hole. And if you're still in the market at 1930 GMT tonight, we have, of course, the Commitment of Traders reports from the CFTC in the States, and that's always followed very closely in a nice way to frame the end of the week. Okay, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye. First of all, as we've said, Janet Yellen will speak at Jackson Hole at 1400 GMT. Just to remind you about that. Mario Draghi will speak 5 hours later at 1900 GMT. And in terms of other data and comment, Japanese consumer inflation has risen by 0.5% year over year in July, whilst South Korea's consumer confidence number dropped to 109.9 in August versus a prior read of 111.2, and that was the first fall after 6 straight months of gains. And just a reminder that it's a bank holiday in the UK on Monday 28th of August, and so there'll be no Forex market wrap video then, but we will be back on Tuesday. Right, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day. Tropical storm Harvey has turned into a hurricane and is now threatening Texas and the Gulf of Mexico oil fields. So the question is, how will crude oil prices react to the storm? And our table here shows the crude curve out to August next year, courtesy of CME futures. So have a think about that, and let's see what happens with Hurricane Harvey. Right, thank you for your time. Please take a moment to read this risk warning. Trading CFDs and FX on margin can be a risky business. If you are in any doubt about those risks or have any questions about Pepperstone and its services, then please contact your Pepperstone account representative.